Come on, little Morrowind. You can do it. I have a sneeze that's just waiting to, waiting for, you know, the stream to actually get going for it to do its thing. And as you can see, we are up to 585 plugins, over 600 mods, what with Lua, and texture replacers that don't require a plugin. Yeah, I may have a problem. But if there is anything you would like to see added, excluding Tamriel Rebuilt, Skyrim Home of the Nords, or Project Cyrodiil, please let me know, and I'll take a look at it. As you can see, we've installed Wizard's Island, which is part of the bonus of not having Tamriel Rebuilt installed. Supposedly, the download from the Nexus is Tamriel Rebuilt compatible, but apparently it also TR moves the island, and it was not moved enough. So, this is Mercury Bard, by the way. We're going to play some Morrowind. I should probably test to make sure the sound on the stream is working. Hello, David. How are you? Oh, good grief. I forgot about. I don't know what that is. That's a new error. I managed to clear off all the other ones, but that one's new. I'll have to go hunting for it and see what it is. Okay, good. I once did like half a stream with the sound not working, and the Yahoo does this thing where or not Yahoo, YouTube does this thing where when you open the chat, it just tries to show you the top messages, not all messages. So people were like, there's no sound, and I couldn't tell that they were saying it because I hadn't realized that YouTube is helpy. Oh, come on, I just reran Distant Lands, so this is going to take a minute. But I removed the Imperial Dwemer Society because it seemed to be conflicting with too many things. And there were still these giant Dwemer statues half buried in the riverbank of the Odai. Plus, you know, we add a landmass. You should probably rerun your land. Been having way too much fun watching old Morrowind modding showcases and like, oh, that looks interesting. That looks interesting. I wonder if that still works in the game. I wonder if that mod, you know, is clean enough to use. I've been okay. How are you? Well, okay, that was a complete lie. I had a massive migraine yesterday, but we're just going to strike yesterday from the books. Come on. You can do it. Okay. We are in a cave that we just finished cleaning out in the Foyata that you cross through to get from Seyda Neen to Balmora. And we had just cleaned out the cave. We're headed to Seyda Neen. No, it wasn't a sinus migraine. It was, I get absolutely horrific migraines. We lost our Vesa.
Speak
And
freely.
you, come with us. All right, 1, 2, 3. Oh, tell me we're not gonna. I get absolutely horrific migraines. This one was probably triggered by all of the smoke that's coming down from the Canadian wildfires, but once it starts, it's like I had to take 2 doses of my rescue medication, which is the max you can take, and then, you know, you're not moving because of the pain, so your neck and back start to seize up, and you're clenching your jaw, so your teeth start to hurt. And what companion health bars? I had blacklisted Caswin because of the 100,000 health points, but now I'm not sure if he's walking through the door with us or not, so I'm just gonna have to ignore him in terms of like, is he alive? Yes, he's alive. He cannot actually die. There's a knockdown script on him. So, and the problem with working third shift is that I have no relief. So I ended up going in because we were being audited by a government agent. So I had to go in and meet him to prove that we had fixed the thing that he had called us on the day before, and then come back home. So I had, the mountain of pillows and my heating pad and control over the light levels and the AC, more so than I would have in the office, even though I do have control of the thermostat and the light switch, and work until my manager could get into the office the next morning. Oh my goodness! Where is he? Where is he? Oh, splat. Poor Tar Heel. He never stood a chance. Spark sword, white colo. Oh, he's got a white one now. He's all fancy. Expensive red guard robe. What's this one look like? I think that's actually what Gia might be wearing. I believe I may have found the correct formula for the spell I'm developing. With it, I will be able to travel great distances without the need to pay others for the service. If all goes well, I will test out the new spell tomorrow. I believe I have worked out all the possible complications. It will allow me to leap great distances, covering many hundreds of miles. Never before has one been able to travel in this manner, vaulting from the ground, sailing through the sky, all without that terrible disorientation of a spell of flying. The time is almost upon me, my research is finished, and all my calculations are checked and rechecked. They laughed at me when I suggested this. We'll see who laughs after I leap to the top of their towers and scream out my success. Yeah, that didn't work out too well for him, did it? Oh, and I was messing around with my sketchbook, so I should probably put all the art back in it. If anyone's playing with the joy of painting and you're using MO2, if you're curious, it is saving the high def pictures of from your sketchbook. It's saving them in the overwrite texture GOP sketches, file. Use the scroll, use one before. Yeah. The only time I've ever actually used one was I needed to get out of it was down in the Bethamez, or the Nissus egg mine right in front of the door for Bethamez, and I managed to jump, get myself stuck to the ceiling, and use that to get safely to the side of the ledge where we could then get out of the mine, because I had forgotten to take in a levitation potion, or I had used all the levitation potions inside the Dwemer ruin. But that was with a character with a massive bank of hit points. Dacia is not there. We have 100 health points. Alright. Paxon! Hello. I need you to take my stuff. You can take the white Colovian fur helm. And the extravagant shoes. You cannot take my skinning knife, however. Tar Heel's journal is pretty heavy. Paper's ready. Ah. We came all the way back here because we got the Order of Lightwood that from the Ogrim. The very confused Ogrim who didn't really understand how riddles worked. So we're going to deliver that to the lighthouse keeper. Giab will refrain from mentioning that he's one of the prisoners that took the space on the boat to Seyda Neen that should have had her Order of Lightwood, because she did ask Urgala if she could burn the prisoners instead of, since she didn't get her order. Yes, A-Fresh. AF-Fresh? Yeah, that one. It was really a neat little mod. I hear thieves are a rampant problem and organized crime is everywhere here. Well, yeah.
Yes?
I've always had this thought that Vardenfell, the Empire treats it as the Australia
Go ahead, Outlander. What do you need?
of Tamriel, dumping prisoners there. So helps if I actually have the Lightwood. Thank you, sir. I just wish there had been like recolored wood pile or something. No one has seen Ozzy Tay, the local egg miner, in several days. He was complaining that his mine, a Besan Pulu egg mine, the one on the coastal road to Vivek, was showing signs of blight. Hope him and his little Pakwar are all right. I hope so too. I like Pakwars. Did you find the Daedra or the wood? Yes, give the Lightwood. Yes, this will save me so many trips up the stairs the next few weeks. I tried to think of a suitable gift and settled on this Quama miner's belt. It isn't as good as carrying your own lighthouse around, but I hope it serves you well. The Ogrim referred to me by name? How very odd, what a mystery, what a shame it will never be solved. Theraver thanked me for finding some lightwood and gave me a Quama miner's belt. Okay, I guess it will never be solved. Belt of the Armor of God. I don't think we're going to take that off. So, what does this one do? Night Eye. Giving it to... I guess we're just going to carry it because giving it to a companion makes no sense because they're not going to be able to get any use out of it. Should probably put my writs in my notebook. I do not need a copy of ABCs for Barbarians. Yep, Vardenfell at its finest. Xenophobic natives. Disgusting swamps. We haven't been here in a hot minute. And just some absolutely beautiful wild landscapes. We probably need to deal with Wanted, talented bards to entertain patrons, talk to publicans. We're not bards. Dacia is a blade.
We till Skyrim's ground, despite frozen
She's an artist.
toil.
She has no desire to become a bard.
Beneath Morrowind
Okay.
soil.
Hey Errol, what we got going on
the
here?
Wamasu in Black Mars's glades. We three hearts had no need for blades.
Oh, wait, no. We've been seeing, what are they called? Greater Bone Walkers, the Strength Sappers.
Steel in their hands. They burned down our homes and ravaged our lands. Akaviri brought
That we don't need because of our magic skirt, which gives us water breathing and swift swim. Sell that too.
With three separate people, they shared a cruel joke. A choice between death or the yoke.
Okay, Paxson, what do we got?
Then our three
Those are for Fargoth.
people
Huntsman
must
War
we
Axe.
to end the oppression, all three became one. Forged by war, the ebb
You
and
just
hard
have some just
rose
really
and
random little
froze the
stuff, don't you?
Akaviri
Direni,
back to the
Grass,
sea.
14,
When the
and it's
enemies
light.
begged for the mercy they lacked.
Ooh, none
Three
of them.
voices as
Yeah.
one shouted blood for
Domina
the
boots, those
pact.
terrible things. Goblin with pauldron. Leather
Forged by
hat.
war, our story be told. No shackles can hold us.
The
when
extravagant
our
belt
souls
that Caswin won't take from us. He's not going to be able to buy all this with the gold he has left.
In darkness, your light shines through. Warrior goddess, for you we strike.
Was it the boots?
through. When hope is lost,
It was the
and
Direni
war
Glass.
rages on.
Interesting.
Warrior goddess, hear our blessed song. With the Norns death fallen in battle, warrior goddess, guide us through shadow.
That's a poison. I don't think we can sell poisons without getting yelled
And
at.
sharpen our swords, warrior goddess, mother of Norn.
Come on, Errol, cut me a deal. Dredrea Monarch, I wonder what that is. Talawada, that's Tamriel Rebuilt. We don't have Tamriel Rebuilt installed. Okay, nothing interesting spell-wise. Field Easel.
All the Daedric princes,
Taking
there is
that.
one with shocking gore. His gold
So I won't have to, I won't lose the light waiting for the easel to be built.
God of schemes, the grins of
Don't
pain,
see anything
the
there.
captain of corruption.
Quarter Palm
Tills
Liturgy.
the land of Tamriel, and
I wanted to buy a
sows
cooking
the
pot
seeds of destruction.
because we should make some
The
stew,
plain
but
meld is nigh, the
cooking
plain
pot,
meld
iron,
is
I guess that's
nigh.
gonna be it.
Our world will disappear.
Now he can buy more
The
stuff from
plain
me.
meld is nigh, the plain meld is nigh. Our doom is drawing near.
My
Chains of
prices are the
darkness
best.
grip the land and draw it ever near.
Oh my goodness, that is the coolest thing ever. That is awesome. Okay, that's just awesome. Okay, Paxson. Turns out that these are more expensive than I thought. So give me those potions.
The plain meld is nigh. The plain meld is nigh. Our doom is now at hand.
Oh. Oh, now I'm still encumbered.
Gilvardell, we still recall the
It weighs 15.
Okay.
There we go. So you'll have to carry a Paxson, but it is still the coolest thing ever. You've lost your loot, sir. You also lost your loot, huh? Ah, a new face in town. How refreshing. So tell me, how does it feel to live for months as a convict on a prison ship? To travel in rotten and damp and tiny cell and be treated worse than the mangy dog all the time? Relax. I don't have prejudices, and I also have seen a whole lot of lowlife, and you certainly don't look like one of them. Though I'd say that you do have some degree of adventuring spirit, and may become a famous soldier of fortune one day. Or notorious.
Forsake the ones that made us to fight
nothing specific. We're just trying to get in a bunch of little, like, faction quests so that we can build up some experience before we get sent into, like, a 6th house base or whatever Cassius has in mind for us. The drive to go to uncharted places, the will to risk your neck. Okay.
Return to keep us from chastising Nern. The clockwork whispered long and low.
I don't know how to make the music lower. Anyways. The drive to go to uncharted places, the will to risk your neck pursuing opportunities for gaining glory or wealth, the ability to maneuver in hostile environments, make deals with unwilling or dangerous or despicable people, the aptitude for gambling your life, your fortune, or your good name for a slim chance to get that mythical big prize at the end. I know all about adventuring. I've traversed this ashy island for 20 years, fought with outlaws, witnessed the wonders of ancient Dwemmers, seen the horrors of undeath and abominations sent by evil gods, weathered out mean mockery of natives, survived their poisoned arrows and backstabbing daggers, and finally earned their respect and a place in their society. But my time has come, and I have to leave adventuring behind. Why? I'm getting old, and my instincts tell me that the next Ashlander's arrow shot at me will find a way to my heart. I'm also getting some disturbing news from home, from Cyrodiil. My connections tell me that a serious trouble is brewing there, something sinister and scary. My brother has died recently, leaving his children without a guardian, and I want to be with him when all hell breaks loose. Next ship comes, and off I go. There's one thing, however. During my adventuring days, I gathered a lot of luggage, most noticeably an Ashlander tent, and I hope to find a buyer for this before I leave. More money would come in handy. Saran life got the better of me last time, and I've spent too much. This one is a masterpiece, and something that I've considered a home during all these years. I'm reluctant to sell it, to be honest, but it's no use carrying it to Cyrodiil, and I'd rather see it in the possession of someone with strong spirit and adventurous spark. Someone like you, if my instincts are of any worth, rather than just leave it here to be ripped up to rugs by lazy locals who would be scared to death by a mere ghost. The tent is invaluable for staying alive in the harsh wastes of Malagamur or barren ashlands, or even grazelands, where nights can be very cold. It's perfect when you want to weather out an ash storm, especially a blight storm, and these are much more frequent now. The best part is that it's enchanted. Much more sturdy, lightweight, and supple than you can expect. You can carry it in one hand without any effort, but you probably still need a couple of guars to carry everything that's inside. I want to buy your tent. Do you really? I'd be delighted. But are sure you want to go into the wastes on your own? I'm working against my interest here, but you seem like a good person, and I should warn you. Morrowind is not for the faint of heart. The land is riddled with monsters of all kinds, and even ordinary beasts are very aggressive and will kill you if you're not careful. And you can beat a bandit or two, but could you avoid Ashlander tribesmen who perfectly know the terrain, skilled with bows, and consider outlanders you like fair game? Wouldn't it be better for you to stick to the larger settlements, where we're a bit more tolerated and Imperial legions maintain a semblance of authority of the common law? We've already been out there for a little bit. Ah, excellent. My judgment was correct. You are a true adventurer at heart. Very well, here's a deal. I give you my tent for 4,000 drakes. The price is as low as it can go, but I doubt I'll be able to find another soul as daring as you anytime soon. It doesn't help that mercenaries and glory hounds who come to the island usually don't have a septum to their name. I don't believe we have enough gold. That's unfortunate, but expected of a newcomer. I'll be waiting here for some time, so you probably have a couple weeks to find the money if you're interested. Yeah?
What was that?
Do you have travel... No. I need a scout that can take me in the West Gash area, because... I don't think we're ever going to find the cave with the bandits that stole that lady's jewelry. Unless we do. Is that a
Is
working
there
anvil?
something I can do for you?
No, it is not. Which makes sense, because why would you want to have an anvil that would be used to drown out the people playing upstairs? Axon, come on. I don't know why my companion health bars are missing, but it seems like everyone walked through the door okay. I need the hammers. I also don't need to fix my skinning knife. I'll just replace it when I destroy it. Nice, I still have some left. We're getting better at that. Less hitting my thumb and more hitting the actual things we're repairing. So the benefit of ranged is that she never gets hit. And Latte's, the biggest danger to Latte is himself. He's died so many times from miscasting. It's horrible. And I think the Stark Brotherhood armor was actually damaged when I gave it to him. Silver Staff of Hunger. Interesting. I'm not sure where we picked that one up. Gia, that not Dark Brotherhood, that Rog Tong mask is really creepy. Orc leather helmet. Forget what we put in his backpack. Don't give me that look. I can't actually see where you're looking. Caswin, are you wearing anything that would need repair? Yeah, we know you're a dick. Okay, you have a dagger. You have an amulet. Red wizard's robe. The hood occasionally will need repair. Okay. Okay, I guess I'm giving it to you back. Giving it back to you still broken because we've used up all of our hammers, and I don't care to go buy more. All right. What did we need to do here? That's Vivek. That's up near Caldera. That's in Vivek. That's the little shopping list we have of random stuff to pick up. An unbeatable lock. We're not doing. That's from Grey March. The Whispers of Jigalag. We're not doing that yet. That's all run. We need to go to Jabasha's. We may just end up going back to Vivek. Solani agents. That's Caldera. We're not going out west or east yet. Oh, that's right. We were going up to Hola Awad, because of Latte's vision. Yes, I have OB data. Oh. OB data, Tamriel data, and then 2 other data archives, DR and AATL, which I'm not sure what they're short for, but not happy here? In fact, no, I'm not. If I had 100 drakes, I'd be on the next boat to Narcissus. I came here to make my fortune, and all I've got is this cursed ring. Say, would you give me 100 drakes for it? The ring itself is worth more than that, but the enchantment is cursed, and no one will buy it from me. It has a nifty little enchantment that helps you run faster. Promises. Problem is, it sucks the blood right out of you every time you use it. Please, you'd be doing me a real deal. Here's the ring. Thank you, you're a lifesaver. I'll grab the next boat out of here. Thanks again, and I hope your luck here is better than mine was. Yeah, I'm fine. We've been having a lot of smoke from Canadian wildfires. Like, the whole city is just blanketed in a haze, and I have a feeling that might have something to do with the migraine yesterday and the...
How may I help you?
The coughing. Okay. One of the things that came out of the mod-a-thon last month was a mod to swap 2 tombs, so Samaris, and also Adamasartis. I want to see if it worked. Yeah, it looks like it worked. Because in the original game, this was like the beginning bandit slayer, but now it should be just a normal tomb. And there's a rug. Who are you? Who's there? Ah, I recognize you. You were on the boat. He was. Shh, not so loud, please. I don't want to attract these undead's attentions. My name is Arulin. I was on the prison ship too. You're the one Theravir was talking about. Only my release was not exactly planned. You mean you escaped? Yes, the guards were busy with you, and I had loosened my ropes for the past week, so I followed you in the guard and then jumped in the water. Aren't the guards looking for you? Of course, why do you think I'm hiding in this tomb? I see. Why were you on the boat in the first place? I'm actually a native Dunmer of Morrowind, and a few months ago I set out to travel to Cyrodiil to make people aware of the situation here. What I mean is the Imperials have brought a lot of things to Morrowind, and they're not all good. Corruption, for one thing. Guards who are nothing more than bullies. But the worst thing of all is our people are losing their ways. I take it your preaching did not please the authorities. To say the least, it didn't take long until I was a fugitive, and not much longer until I was a prisoner to be deported to Morrowind and await my trial. What do you do now? I need some sort of disguise before I can go out there. Some weapons and a bottle of matze to warm me up would be nice too, but I'll make good do with a closed helm. Stay here, I'll try and find you something. I'll see what I can... I need a closed helm so that the guard doesn't recognize me. A bone mold helmet, a boiled netch leather helm, a Nordic iron helm, or a steel helm would do. I'll see what I can do. No luck finding a closed helm? Gather. If you could find a weapon too, that would be great. A long blade would be best, but any will do. Okay, let's deal with the skeleton that has been sneaking up on you while we chatted. What is that? What was that skeleton doing? Okay, Paxon, you stay here with Arulin. You stay here. Be safe. And... ash salts. Lives of the Saints. I'm just taking all of that. Scrib shell. Expensive belt. Triune coin. Leather neck wrap. Bone mold greaves. Where's that candlestick? I guess we're taking that with us. Gives everything a nice blue glow. No, this is a tomb. Ah, yes. The Bitter Coast. Where everything gets covered in mushrooms because it's all damp. Nothing but mushrooms back in there.
You Inma.
I'm glad I have a sword that hits them now. Sucked when I did not. Arvesa? Some of these tombs are long abandoned. The families scattered or gone. Wait, you're not gonna loot it, are you? No. Not at all. What? Oh, it's an Ernling! Cunning Ernling, it was disguised. Cursed Ash. Nice. Bloodgrass. No, I don't think we need a blessing right now. Oh yeah, that one's installed. I don't know if we'll find it, but it's installed somewhere. The Ernling was also one of the Modathon mods that came out. It's a funky little creature. Manages, you know, to be like a nod to the Mimic without being too out of character for Morrowind, if that makes any sense. For now, I'll see if I come across it naturally. How about that? That's what I'm trying to, with a few exceptions of stuff I want to test. I'm just gonna go with the flow. Extravagant skirt. I just think about casting, using that in the middle of a party and summoning a storm atronach. That would be quite the, oh, how is it the kids say? Quite the fit? I don't know. Ignore me. That's a really small tomb. Unless it's in this tomb and I'm about to trip over it and still I'm not seeing it. Then by all means tell me, and we need to find her a helm. Come on, Paxon. You don't do a very good job of staying outside when you're told.
Whatever you want, within reason.
So that was the other prisoner from the boat that Theravi was threatening to burn because we took Geob and Irulin took the place of her lightwood shipment.
Speak freely, friend.
Of all the Daedric princes, there's one with shocking
Closed helm. Okay, what do you got? There's bone mold. Like we're gonna have to get her a bone mold one. Why are we doing this again? Because not everyone is as mercenarial as you, Geob. Now we have Caswin back there also making snarky comments about wasting money on people we don't know. She wanted a long blade too. Iron Naginata.
Chains of darkness grip the land and draw it ever near.
1 to 36. We have
Cold harbor where hope bows down to fear.
What is our bow? What is... No, actually, what is Nervasa's bow? I keep calling her Nevrasa after the pilgrim. I don't know. There's some people that can hide. 1 to 25. Okay, we're taking that off of you. And the wooden bow. Latte, are you carrying any long blades? No. Jib, I think you just have short blades. Yeah, I gave you all the short blades. Packs on? Swords? No. No swords. I guess we're just gonna buy her like the iron katana or something. Oh, no, don't sell that back.
In darkness, your light shines through. Warrior goddess, for you we strike true.
Oh, well.
When hope is lost and war rages
Alien longbow. Oof.
warrior goddess,
Yeah, it's expensive. We're not buying that tent anytime soon.
with her Norns death fallen in battle. Warrior goddess,
My mercantile has increased to 12!
grant us courage to fight and sharpen our swords. Warrior goddess, mother of North.
I really thought ectoplasm was worth more than that, but might have been something the code patch fixed. Oh yeah, that's much nicer than my bow. Don't know why we're carrying expensive shoes. This is why we're always weighed down. Too much random stuff. I think we are keeping that for a reason. Even if I do not remember the reason.
To Cold Harbor went our clockwork gone, to bargain on the princess sod. They came to mock at tribune small, schemer hunger.
Everything is priced to go.
Pariah, scryer, destroyer came, raver and twilight just the same. From dread Daedra save us, from Daedra keep us safe.
Okay, fine.
Forsake the ones that made us to fight a wrongful fate.
We are hungry, that's why we're being grumpy.
Clockwork made his demand till twilight raised a hand.
The last of the sturgeon meat.
And what do you offer in return? To keep
Steel
us
longsword.
from chastising urn? The clockwork whispered long and low, and what he said
Iron
no
longsword.
mortal can know.
Iron katana.
From dread Daedra save us.
I wonder if you could actually bounce that ball off of someone and do damage. That'd be funny.
Forsake the ones that made us.
What'd you say, Motzi?
The wrongful fate.
And yeah.
When Akator slew Lorgan, he ripped his heart right out. He hurled it across Tamriel, and the heart was heard to shout. Red diamond, the heart and
I know,
soul of
Paxson,
man.
I know.
Red diamond,
We're gonna go.
red diamond, protect us till the end. A laughing heart sprayed blood afar, a gout on Sirit fell, and like a dart shot to its mark, down in an
Do you remember her from the boat? And he makes kind of a so-so motion with his hand.
Speak freely, friend.
But why would I speak freely? You're the guards. You probably have it out for me for some reason. Okay. New friend. Old friend, if you knew Giab on the boat. Axon? Longsword, closed helm. We already had Motzi in the inventory. Mrrt. You found one, thank you so much. What do you want? Is that it? You have an exclusive restore health potion that you must have stolen from somewhere. Here's a sword. Question. How do you feel? Sad. Never mind. You'll find out soon enough. Follow me. I don't know what we're supposed to do with her, but I guess we could leave her in Folan's shack? Or we should probably take her to Cassius since she came off the boat, same as let's take her to Cassius. He might have
We
needed
make
her
a special
too.
trip just for you. Same low price.
Travel to Balmora? I'm not looking for a huge place. I'm just, you know, eventually. Where does it put the stronghold, actually? I think I saw something about that on the Nexus.
Speak, traveler.
So gloomy, so rainy. Let's see. Monkey work from you. No, Paxson, you stay out here. Arvessa, he doesn't like to talk to you. No idea, but I saw your inventory rats, so I figured it's a good idea. Well, mainly he's carrying stuff that I want to sell. I just have to find a shopkeeper with appropriate money. By the way, Bards of Vardenfell. Okay. Yeah, I've got a whole parade with me. She came off the same boat that we did. Let's see. Blades. Alright, I guess I want orders. We need an Ashlander informant. I've heard of a fellow in Alderone named Hasor Zainzubani, an Ashlander who left the Waste to become a wealthy trader. They say Ashlanders like to give and receive presents. Take these 100 drakes, find out what Zainzubani likes, and get him a gift, and then give him the gift, and see if he'll tell you about the Ashlanders and the Nerevarine cult. Then report back to me. Creeper, the
Greetings to
Scamping
you.
Caldera?
A pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, we just have to make it up there. Which I think we're going to head that way next because there's a couple of things that we need to do in the area. Some miscellaneous quests, so. But first we're going to leave a Rulin here.
To what do I owe the honor, Dunmer?
She escaped the prison ship, but she cannot escape Fargoth.
Weren't they to you, friend? Very well.
To what do I owe the honor, Dunmer?
Okay, Latte.
Warmly greeted.
We should actually probably go figure out what that dream was about
Very well.
that you had. So that's Halalwad.
Yes?
Come on, Paxon. What are you carrying mostly? Just really random stuff. I think the Fighters Guild armorer has a lot of money and can probably buy that Dureni cuirass or that goblin pauldron off of us for a reasonable sum. Plus, you know, we're in the Fighters Guild, so he likes us. And we were supposed to check with the bookseller, see if
Speak
Caswin's
freely.
book. Your other employer has a bizarre fascination with cults. I wish she would have picked a Daedric cult instead. They're always far more interesting than the Nerevarine cult or the Sixth House. Yeah. Eliadun. Paxon? Chance's Folly. Crassius's Crude Limericks. I think we can sell that without issue. Notes on racial biology. Spellbook. The Locked Room. Dance in the Fire. You don't have this much money, but here we go. Maybe you do. Novice.
Is there
Oh.
something I can do for you?
Do you have the Aliadoon or whatever it is he's asking for? Nope. Alright. Armor Wallowed. Wallowed. Wayne, oh buddy, old pal. I have
Greetings,
some
friend.
very
I'm up for
fancy
conversation
things.
if you care to talk.
Somewhere. Paxson, don't be shy, it's just Wayne. Come on. Come on, you like Wayne. Yes, it's noisy because of the forge, but you like Wayne. Uh-huh. And that will have to go to Creeper. Let's see. Blue Bug Gauntlet. That's very Imperial. Spring Arrows. Lovely. Egg Miner's Mask. I think they sold that to him, so it'd be kind of silly to buy it back. That's cool. That's medium, too. There's no way. Yeah, no, we can't afford adamantium at this point in the game. Old Elven Staff. Interesting. Okay. It's light armor. Chip, do you want this instead of what you're wearing? 14 armor rating 8. Oh, I would think the Dark Brotherhood would have better armor, but guess not. And it's hidden under his disguise robe, so yeah. Hello, Latte.
How does the day?
We shall go deal with your visions now. Best way to get to Lod from here. It's probably just to go straight that way, except there's a line of hills, mountains, something in the way. We'll walk down the Odai again and take a right instead of a left. Ah, Tomb Guardians.
Surrender or forfeit my mercy.
Can I pet the scrib?
They never learn.
I don't know if I can pet the scrib because there's a frickin' Nyx Hound. You summoned a clan fear over a Nyx Hound, Caswin? Really? Seems a little ridiculous. Oh, I guess you can't hang anything over that.
How may I help you?
No,
So
no need
what's
for
this about?
assistance. Was just checking out if I could use your fire to brew some tea.
What words do you have for me,
I really should back that up a little bit. Tent position. Are we clipping anywhere weird? No, okay. Position. No. What am I? Oh, I'm getting hung up on that table. Okay. You. Fletching kit. This big old bedroll. Straw bed. Oh man, now I gotta reposition the pillows. Pick up. Up. Okay. Actually wanted to do was brew some tea. Um, okay. So while that's heating, I'm going to try. Can I make. What am I missing that I can't make canvas? Okay, brew tea. Oh, I forgot about the hammock.
We must endure our sorrows.
We must endure our sorrows? Who's being sorrowful? Why are you floating? Well, that looks a little more. Let me paint. Oh, what can I put in there? Basically all my art stuff. I mean, I wouldn't want to keep my colored pencils, my sketchbooks, my paper, my ink. My pastels, because I use those out in the open all the time, but what else did I want to do? Can I make a rug? There we go. So you're not stepping off into the... What dewy grass first thing in the morning? Warm, I can probably take off this. Alright, I wanted to paint... I don't know what I wanted to paint. I wanted to paint something. That could be good. That could be quite nice. Paint. Let's do oils. No, don't isolate that. Mm. Okay. Take painting. Pick up. What is this? That was weird. Among my personal effects, I found a strange book ringed with lidless eyes. A strange item that I don't remember ever buying or looting in any of my recent adventures. When I tried to read it, I saw inky black tendrils moving and taking shape as though they were the living coils from some monstrous creature. A low, ominous whisper echoed in my ear, then nothing. I'm tempted to get rid of it altogether. Perhaps I should ask around and see if anyone can shed some light on this strange artifact. So why a painter in Vardenfell? I mean, because it's something to do, and she's not serious about it. Like, her job is, she's Cassius's errand girl, but it's just something fun to play with. I bet if we go over the hill here, that's Flimdar's house. We're not even going to deal with that yet.
You will die.
Who's trifling with who? Do I want to know? Probably not. Halawad.
Die, Fetcher. Your wounds are great.
That's a lot of mud crabs. Latte? We have successfully dealt with the vicious mud crabs terrorizing the village. I can't help but wonder what brought them so close to the settlement. Latte talked with the guard here, who said the mud crabs seemed to be coming from a pond just a few meters west of the village. Okay. Mad mud crab. I mean, it seems a shame to just leave them
What
there,
words
but
do you have for me, citizen?
why was he dead? I don't think I want to know. Just west of the village. Oh, look, there's a cliff racer.
Surrender or forfeit my mercy.
Okay. Latte, this had better be worth it. Oh, I thought I saw a cave over here. Guess not. Hmm.
I have this.
The other thing with better graphics is don't know if they would run on my computer. Something nicer than Morrowind. And that's a very pretty sunset. See if I can get the colors and pastels. Maybe, yeah. Okay, Latte, where's this pool of yours? Is this our tent? No? Why is there a tent here? Mead? Master Zoarium's Tale by Gnath. The Temple of Two Moons Dance in Torval has for many hundreds of years been the finest training ground in all of Tamriel for warriors of foot and fist. The masters teach the students of all ages from all parts of the empire the most ancient techniques and the most modern variations, and many a former pupil has graduated to great fame. I myself trained there, and as a child I remember asking my first mentor, Zoaram, which former student he felt had best learned the lessons of the temple. I was not a teacher when I met this man, but a student myself, he said, smiling in reminiscence, his great wrinkled face becoming even more like the withered fruit of the bathroom tree. This was long before your parents were born. For many years I had trained at the temple, rising to study in the more difficult and demanding classes, taught by the wisest and most learned masters of the Two Moons Dance. Gnath, you will come to understand that tempering your body must attend the tempering of your mind, and there is a prescribed order of training that we at the temple have designed over the years in concordance with the way of Riddlethar. I had reached the highest level where my power and skill were such that even by supernatural magical means few could ever best me in weaponless combat. There was a servant at the temple at the time, a Dunmer a few years older than myself and those of my class. We had never noticed him, but in passing over the years, for he would enter the training chambers quietly, clean for a few minutes' time, and leave without saying a word. Not that we would have listened if he spoke, so enraptured were we in our exercises and lessons. When our last master told some of us, myself included, that the time had come for us to leave the temple or become teachers, there was a great festival of celebration. The Main itself deigned to visit and observe our ceremony. As we were in our temple of philosophy and combat, there were contests of debate and competitions in the temple's war arena, not only among the elite few, but open to all students. On the first day of the festival, I was examining the gladiatorial roster to see who I would fight first when I heard a conversation behind me, the servant speaking to the archpriest of the temple. It was the first time I had heard the Dunmer's voice, and the first time I had heard his name. I understand you wish to rejoin your people's struggle in Morrowind, Terran, the archpriest was saying. I'm sorry to hear it. You have been an institution here for many, many years, and you will be missed. If there's anything I can do for you, please name it. Thank you for your kindness, the Dunmer replied. I do have a request, but I fear you would be loath to grant it. Ever since I first came to the temple, I have been watching the students learn and practice myself when my duties allowed for it. I know I am but a servant here, but I would be honored if you would allow me to compete in the war arena. I stifled back my gasp at the Mur's impertinence to even suggest that he would be worthy to fight with those of us who had trained so hard. To my surprise, the archpriest agreed, adding the name Torin Omothan to the roster at the beginner's level. I was eager to whisper the news to my fellow elite students, but my first bout was to begin in a few moments' time. I fought 18 competitions in a row, besting all. The crowd gathered in the arena knew of my prowess and gave polite, unsurprised applause at the end of each fight. As much as I focused on my own battles, I could not help noticing the other competitions were receiving more and more attention in the arena. The spectators whispered among themselves, and more began drifting away to see something that was evidently more spectacular and unusual than my unbroken string of victories. One of the most important lessons we teach from the Two Moons dance is the lesson of rejecting one's vanity. I understood then that the importance of achieving a personal synchronicity with one's mind and body, of rebuffing outside influence, is of no importance. But I admit I did not accept the lesson in my heart. I knew I was good, but my pride was hurt. It came down to a contest of champions, and I was one of the two. When I saw who the other fighter would be, my mood turned from one of wounded dignity to complete disbelief. My adversary was the servant, Tarrant. It must be a joke or some final philosophical test, I reasoned. Then I looked into the crowd and saw anticipation of a great battle to come in every eye. We gave one another the sign of respect, I stiffly, and he with great elegance and modesty, and the fight began. Initially I sought to end it quickly, still thinking that he was unworthy to be cleaning the arena, let alone fighting in it. In retrospect, I was being illogical, as I must have known he had bested as many students as I to have reached the final level. He offered simple counterblows to my attacks and responded in kind. His style was expansive, encompassing sophisticated arcane footplay one moment and simple jabs and kicks the next. I tried assailments intended to dazzle, but his face never showed either fear or contempt of my abilities. The fight lasted for a long time. I don't recall when I realized I was destined to lose, but when it ended, I was not surprised with the outcome. With a sense of unusual and true modesty, I bowed to him. But I could not resist asking him as we left the arena to the sound of thunderous applause how he had secretly grown to become a master. I never had a choice to rise in the temple, Taryn replied. Every day I clean the training chambers of the elite classes and then the beginners. So you see, I never had the misfortune to forget those early mistakes, lessons, and techniques while observing and learning the ways of the masters. He left Torval early the next day to return to his homeland and never saw him again, though I've heard people say that he's become a priest and a teacher. I became a teacher as well for children just beginning their training in the Two Moons, as well as the elite, and I make certain to bring my best pupils to see how the unlearned fight, so that they may never forget. That was good. No idea why it's here, but that was good. Alright, Latte. Where is your... Oh no! Oh no! No! Where did we go? Ah... Why? Why every time do we end up in Solstheim? I did not mean to cast... What is it? Felsad Coast? I did not mean to cast Elm Civvy Intervention. And every time we miscast, we end up here in this horrible, horrible place. Alright, let's see if we can survive this. How far away are we from anything? Thank you. I know my voice has changed quite a bit over the years. It's really weird to walk up to some of the Nord teenagers in the game, the girls, that I provided the voice for those, so to hear the difference is very odd. Okay, we need to go south, I think. We are so not ready for Solstheim, even though I have Mort's, I think it's Mort's rebalancing. The land above Solstheim, I think that's part of Wizard's Island. I think. Peckish. Oh look, a cabin. And that looks like a dead body. Menashe. The song of Uncle Sweetshare, hee hee ha ha, to the workshop he will go. My uncle's candy is so sweet, such a yummy winter's treat. When the sugar is warmed by the pale hearth light, the happiness spreads throughout the night. Hee hee ha ho, to the workshop he will go. Uncle Sweetshare is coming near to spread his candy and his cheer. It's better than trinkets, games, or toys, so say all the little girls and boys. Hee hee ha ho, to the workshop he will go. Candy, candy, he makes so much, Uncle Sweetshare has a magic touch, so it's back to the workshop in the snow with lovely lanterns all aglow. That's not creepy at all. I cannot remove that corpse. It seems so undignified. Have your robe back. Oh, that Clanfear is with us. Okay. Arvessa?
Yes?
Yeah, that's what I thought. No thoughts on this. Uncle Sweetshare's workshop. This is on. And you know, in my last playthrough, we had so much trouble finding this place. Haha! Can it be a visitor in my workshop? How can I help you, sweet Dacia Blackeye? I have candy treats to spare if you come in search of happiness. My candy treats are tasty they are, and filled with special sugar and love. They bring happiness, happiness to everyone on Solstheim. That's what I do, you see. I give out my special sugary treats and spread happiness throughout the land. It's difficult work, but oh so rewarding. Minashi certainly thought so. Ah, Minashi, the dear lad. Thirsk. It's a mead hall. It's to the east of Lake Falding. Skull? They live in a village on the northern coast of Solstheim. They hold the island's bears and wolves in high regard. Mead. It's honey wine, pretty strong stuff.
Candy, candy, he makes so much. Uncle Sweetshare has a magic touch. So it's back to the workshop in the snow with lovely lanterns all aglow. Hee hee, ha ho, hee hee hee, ha ha ho.
Uh-huh. Moon sugar, skooma pipe. Right. I think I know what this is. I'm pretty sure I know what this game is. Latte, why are you damaged? Not sure who I just healed, but it wasn't Latte. Alright, I guess we are gonna have to sleep out in the snow, which means we should probably start a fire. I have no ladle. Oh boy. Paxson has a grill in his bag that we will take. Warhide Cliff Racer meat, which looks like raw chicken. Bleh. We need to find a ladle, I keep forgetting. To make stew, you need a ladle. That didn't work. Position, please. There we go. Come on, Cliff Racer meat. Cook faster. Let's get the fire going nice and hot. Because we're gonna need it. Always burning things. Always, always, always. I have something else that I can cook. Oh. Here's a mushroom. That's massive. Something slightly smaller. Cork bulb. That should cook fast. Yeah. The fibrous root of the tough and hardy corkbulb tree is native to the Acadian Isles, which has lots of nutritious benefits, cure paralyzation, and restore health. Cliff Racer meat does not come with a tooltip. We're getting better at this cooking thing, which is good, because, yeah. Durzog meat does not sound tasty at all, but we'll see. We may like it. You never know. And some scrib jelly. Because who doesn't like scrib? That'll probably cook the fastest. Scrib jelly, a nutritious sour jelly made from crushed scribs, the larva of the native quama.
Oh, please, gods.
Durzog meat, the tough and sinewy flesh of a durzog.
Crap again.
Cooked, burnt. You know what I need to do, which I can't do right now because I will burn the Durzog meat, is make a pouch to put the burnt food in that we just kind of leave. Scattered across Vardenfell, these random pouches. Because I don't know what else to do with them. Come on. Actually, with these guys, I think I'm just gonna put it down in the campfire for now. Come on, cook faster. I want to add more. Okay, pick up the grill. Where'd Paxson go? I don't know. Latte, grill, please, Carrie. And we're gonna throw this out. Sleep. Cold, chilly, rested, strength, intelligence. Okay, Paxon. Giab is level 10. Latte is level 10. Caswin is level 2. Arfes is level 16. Paxon is level 10. And we are now freezing for obvious reasons. But we needed to sleep. Paxon. Where's the bedroll? Okay, now we need to go south. We need to not die. That would be good. Wait, I think, Paxon, you're carrying gloves. Are you carrying multiple gloves? Left glove. That's another left glove, but no, one glove is better than no gloves when it comes to not dying out here.
Yes?
We are gonna freeze to death. Greetings, Dacia Blackeye. I am Mage Draugr, Lord of the Nazmages. Please tell me what woke you from your sleep. I did not return from the dead, and this is not my real body, as you may have guessed. Therefore I had to project my spirit from my manor to your location. But that is not why I have come to you. I've traveled here to ask for your assistance. I do not see the matter in which I could provide you with my help. What, could you explain your situation to me? I need you to bring materials I cannot find on the island in which I reside. These materials are enriched diamonds. Only one enriched diamond will suffice. Just as the life of my friends depends on me, I depend on you. Terrible times lie ahead, and you have been the only living soul I've been able to reach in days. So you just picked me out of the blue to help you. What makes you think I would be willing? Well, I do not know that. Like I said, your contact has been the extent to which my powers allow me. I know an old friend of mine currently staying in Tel Bernora who specializes in diamonds. His name is Christoph. However, we parted ways on ill terms, and he would probably ignore any requests I have. I need you to travel there and request an enriched diamond. Time is running out, my friend. It is needed for a device. You should not have any difficulty in your task, so please hurry. Okay. What if I choose not to help you? Choice is non-existent when it comes to our destiny. Just as with liberty, it is only a shadow of the truth. You shall hurry to Tel Bernard and retrieve the diamond. When you have obtained it, go northeast to a small island, and I will be waiting for you. I suggest not mentioning my name to Christoph, as he would likely ignore your plea. You may need some gold, and rich diamonds are rather expensive these days. Okay. I guess we at some point have to go to Tel Bernora, but it's going to be a minute because we're freezing to death on the island of Solstheim again. And that's a bear.
Surrender or forfeit my mercy.
Those I will skin because, oh my goodness. I know I'm very cold. Jib. Okay, you're fully healed. We need to get out of the snow. We need to get away from all of these animals. Latte? No, 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 no.
Sun shines every
Where
day.
are you?
Surrender or forfeit my mercy.
I'm completely out of magicka. Fortunately, that...
Die, fetcher!
Are you running around? No, you do not... His... Why are you punching things? Or were you trying to cast a spell and I just beat you to it? Latte, latte, latte. Do I have any... Yes, I have Restore Magicka potions. Okay, I guess we get to do this then.
Surrender or forfeit my mercy.
At least I'm getting decent with a bow. Now we need to go south. If we stick close to the water, we might not freeze to death. Or we might get somewhere fast. I don't know. At least it stopped snowing for now. No, here it comes again. Last thing we need to do is be wet and cold. I almost want to find a burrow just so I can go in and warm up.
Die!
2 arrows from me and a couple of smacks from Geob looks like it does a good job. What is that? That's an Argonian up on a rock. Poor dude, it looks like he fell from a height. Maybe he was using Tar Heel spells? I don't know.
No time for idle hands.
I wish I could just like wrap myself in these. That would make it warm. As you can see, we've been here before, not on purpose. That was an absolute fail of a day. And we might have cure common disease on self. We have divine intervention. We're going to use divine intervention. Actually, I didn't realize we had it. Because there is no way we are going to survive out here. These are supposed to help resist frost. Nom 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 nom. Where are they? Oh, I didn't put them in there yet. Okay, divine intervention. Hope everyone has their traveling pants on, because here we go.
A warm welcome to you.
Do we have everyone? Geob. Let's continue our adventure.
Die.
There's our Vesa. Why are we dying? Fill container. Drink. Okay. Now, weren't we actually supposed to... Geob, in your backpack... Pilgrim's Path. We were actually supposed to bring a copy of this up here to a nice lady. I guess I should leave my robe on because I'm still freezing. Servard the Spotted. Hail, Stone Elf. I'm sure you weren't expecting to see one of the clever men at this fort, or on this island. We follow the clever craft laid out by Jonal the Rune Crafter. Jonal is the god of runes and the clever craft. You may know him by the name Julianos, but this is only a lesser face that he took on to teach his craft to the softer folk. I could tell you a story about Jonal if you'll help me with a small task first. It's a good story with a good message, but I'll only tell it to you if you help me find the staff of the mage Luke Strum. Luke Strum was a mage who lived long ages ago. He was very powerful and wise, but he worked alone and his secrets were all lost with his death. My circle sent me to find his staff. We needed to find, well, something that isn't of any concern at the moment. We learned that Luke Storm spent the final years of his life on Solstheim. Outside of the fact that it's on Solstheim, I don't know any details about where he was buried. The skull wouldn't tell you even if they knew, but you could try asking other local Nords. What spells do you have? Is there like a resist frost? That's doing damage. Yeah, no, unfortunately not. Livia, you're the one I'm looking for. Hello, Scout. I'm Livia Resentius, the new priest around here. That's me. How can I help you? Melly Frank sent me with a book for you. Let me see. She wants me to go undergo a tribunal temple pilgrimage? Just today I was praying for the 9 divines to give me an excuse to leave this frozen rock behind. And now you bring me this. I suppose the rumors of her abandoning the imperial cult were true then. Give her my regards. Okay.
Anytime, friend. I'm right here.
If you need shrine services, just ask, but be quick. I have an important cult matter on my mind right now. Yes, you see, my protege Marissa left the cult over a month ago for those forsaken frozen wastes. Her challenge was to bring the word of the imperial cult to the local savages. She hasn't returned, and I fear the worst. What else would you call them? They're hardly civilized, with all that bear and wolf worship. And they hardly even recognize the 9 divines. Most Nords are too busy worshipping heathen gods like Alduin and Orki. That's why Marissa's missionary work was so important. Marissa has a passion for preaching. She thought she could be most effective by spreading the tenets of the imperial cult to the residents of Solstheim. It's a dangerous but necessary work. Her journeys into the wild had been very successful in the past, but Marissa never returned from her last outing. I fear something terrible has happened to her. I don't suppose you'd be willing to look for Marissa. She means a great deal to me. That is, her work is very important to the Imperial cult. You have the look of an adventurer about you, Dacia. If you could find Marissa and return her to me, I would gladly empty the shrine's coffers into your purse. She left here over a month ago and headed north toward Lake Falding. You should begin your search in that area.
Well met. What is it?
Weren't they to you, friend? Good. Latte was just
That
thinking we have
that
seen
is
it
awkward.
Please, speak.
Oh hey, you're wearing clothes this time. Last playthrough he
Yes?
had no
What
pants
can
on.
this humble
For
priest do
whatever
for
reason,
you?
I don't know. Latest rumors. Okay. We made it back to civilization. Let's sell some stuff? What do you want? Go see Captain Carius. He's in his chambers at the fort. Head through the general quarters and all the way up the south staircase. On the third floor are his chambers. If you hear about that colony business, talk to Carnius Magius. He's in the Imperial Cult Shrine.
What
I
is
just
it
wanted
you
to sell
want?
you stuff. We're not a member of the Legion. The Legion tried really, really hard to recruit Dacia for most of her adolescence, and she refused and swore that she'd get off Solstheim a different way. Or not Solstheim, Vardenfell a
Speak
different
freely,
way,
friend.
and she did. And then ended up right back here when she joined the Blades. But that's a different story. Whatever it is, it can wait. I need you to find Bahatris Carothay urgently. Bahatris is my cook, a Dunmer male. His breath was horrible, and I hated talking with him for this reason, but otherwise he's good workforce. I need you to find him urgently. Ask around the fort, or I don't know. I'm not paying people to hold their hand all the time. Okay. That was another quest I wanted to pick up while we were here. Because it takes you very far away from Solstheim. Let's see, maybe he knows about him. Bahatrius. Ah, that lackey of Carnius. Don't believe for a moment that he's a simple cook. He's also a poisoner. It's an open secret that he helped Carnius take care of people that stood in his way. It's good that he left. He talked about wanting to complete the pilgrimages of the Seven Graces in Vardenfell. The closest pilgrimage site to Solstheim is in the Nissus Temple. I would ask around there. Oh, I have to do the Brandy quest? Okay.
Hail.
Yeah. We're not really up here to do questing, but we'll just take the boat back to Kull and sell our stuff there. I'm glad I had the Scroll of Divine Intervention, though. That was good. Because I did want to give Livia that book, and I did want to pick up the Hungering for Faith, which is the Bahatris quest. And that is gorgeous.
What is it?
We are
What
not
do
going to be
you
able to
want?
capture it accurately, but we will try. Let's try with pencils, since pastels and we don't do very well with pastels. Okay, what can I do? Well, they're just things that you can't capture. It frustrates Dacia to no end because she does not have the skill. Do you wish to go back to Vardenfell as much as I do? What about Raven Rock, where the new colony is going to be built? I can take you there for a price. Let's go back to call. Rested and warm. Oh, thank goodness we are warm. Oh, those are Arvessa's arrows, not ours. Okay. Latte still
Do
is
you
not
want
all the way healed? That has to be a long boat ride. Thongar's Trade House. That I can draw. What would it look like in charcoal? Outline thickness. No? Contrast up. Yeah, there we go. Thongar, you're missing your loot. You've got air guitar going on. Welcome to Thongar's Trade House. My name is Thongar and I run the business here. I barter for goods or coin and rent beds. I also have a small selection of potions for sale. Okay. I'm hoping you have a ladle. Mm-hmm. Oh, we never gave those to Fargoth while we were in Balmora. Oh well. Thongar, if I remember correctly, has quite a bit of cash on him. We need the pots for something else. We do not need the cantrip anymore. The rest of the stuff's either for that, like, shopping list quest, or...
To his nightmare cold harbor, where hope bows down to fear, tearing souls of innocence into eternal pain, while his daedric minions sing praises of his name.
Sell you the plumes, no problem. Cantrip. Song of Uncle Sweetshare can go away. Paper lantern, travel lantern. Drawing coins. Do you have a ladle? Please tell me you have a ladle. All of this junk. He has a ladle. Yay. Okay. Does he have any potions that we want? I mean, I'll never say no to exclusive.
Through storm and shine, cross land or sea, I run to her and together we sway as we kiss, sway as we kiss.
Okay.
her graceful
Do you
shape
actually
I
have
heave up
beds?
high,
No.
and in one
A
hand
group of
I
hard cases came
hold
through
her
here recently,
nigh.
and an old drower says
Her
he's seen people putting goods ashore
winged
from a
lips are
small boat on the
never
coast
dry.
northeast of Hull.
Sway
Thinks someone
as
has
we
a smuggler's
kiss,
operation in a cave
sway as
nearby
we
where they're stashing
kiss.
stuff. Hull's just a fishing village, not much else here. You can rent a bed here at Thongar's Trade House, but other than the Daedric ruins to the southwest, there's not much around here worth looking at. And you don't have a bed. So, I don't know what to do. Andy, do you beds? No.
May the wind be on your back.
Can we... I guess that's the bed you could theoretically rent up there, or I guess that's Thongar's bed. Should probably take my weapons back.
When Agatha slew Lord Ganhilded his heart right out. He hurled it across Tamriel, and the heart was heard to shout.
Cook. Yes, I can see you are growing in competence. Tell me, where do you think your skills will take you in the future? Cats. Mental discipline. Toughness. Fatigue. A wise decision, Deja Blackeye. My journal has been updated. My skills have grown tremendously since my arrival here in Morrowind. I'm learning more than I ever thought possible. I don't know what that was about.
Good hunting.
The Cull Lighthouse. That's impressive. Latte, I actually wanted to cast heal on you. The most important of spells. And we could actually get a boat back to Hala'od, which is where we had wanted to be before we miscast and ended up on Solstheim once again. Not even the same place on Solstheim. That's a stupid hat. Grrr. Okay.
Today is your lucky day, so let's hear it.
Hello, I'm Talmeni Drethin. I'm fine, thank you. And things in Cole are fine too, as good as they ever were. Were you hoping to find services here? If so, you might be disappointed. Hoping to go down the coast. And then I know you can connect me down to Thirsty. I'm well rested. I guess you sleep on the boat. But I'm thirsty. And oh, there she is. It's a careful balancing act. I like her hat. I hear that Gragob had an incident at his shop a few weeks ago. He's pretty cagey about it if you ask, but it's an interesting event if you're the curious type. You could ask him about it, but I doubt he'll tell you much. That was the least informative rumor ever.
May I help you?
Okay, Latte, let's see if we can find your strange cave. Ah, we crashed. We crashed. Alright, that was probably too much memory. And I mean, it should be Morrowind telling me, no, get off, it's time to go to bed, but I don't feel like it. And also, it's not time to go to bed, because this would be the middle of my workday. If it were a workday. So we will start this back up again. So, Latte, the mad mud crabs, Latte's vision, all that nonsense. We need to take care of that. But first, we must restart Morrowind. This is gonna take a moment. It's not the fastest game to load. There are all these new loading screens that I'm pretty sure came from the Wizard's Island mod, which I believe that ghost that visited us that needs the enriched diamond from Talbernora, I believe that's that guy's from Wizard's Island. We are not strong enough to go to Wizard's Island yet. She's creepy. The Padomaic Barracuda. I kind of want to see one in real life. In real life, in game. Those are from Lithodonia. At least installing that is when that splash screen started showing up. Should probably figure that one out, but not right now. I have to edit and upload a whole bunch of videos. Probably close to a dozen videos. And it's taking forever for them to export and download out of Clipchamp so that I can then upload them to YouTube. But there's no reason for you to sit through the loading when it's a recorded video and not live. Even if you have such lovely screens as this. Oh, come on, you've been saved since I ran Distant Land. It's going, come on, come on. I was watching, Morrowind Modding Showcases did a big showcase of Wizard's Island. I was watching it last night, and Dark Elf Guy made the comment that because of all the snow, there's really no difference in graphics appearance between the island now and the island back then, because you can't use I mean, using Distant Land really doesn't do anything because you're completely snowed out all the time. So that's another reason why we will not be going up there anytime soon until we can find the warmest of clothes. Because Dacia is not Dak. She is not a Nord who can wander out naked in the snow forever and not freeze to death. I think Dak got cold maybe twice in the entire playthrough through Blood Moon, which we are not doing that again. I kept, it was one of those, yeah, Solstheim will exist up there, and we may go up there to pick up a few quests or to finish a few quests, like the Hungering for Faith one with Bahatris, but we are not doing, we're not going to go up there other than that. And then we keep miscasting Elm Civvy Intervention and ending up there and going, no! At least this time we didn't get crushed by a giant or an ent. We were able to sneak past the ent, but then got crushed by the giant the first time. Excuse me. I haven't had caffeine today. That's probably going to be a problem shortly.
Good hunting.
Alright.
We hunted
Latte, why are you still not healed? Why is the fire doing that again?
then they came from the seas.
Who are you?
Steel in their hands.
That's the same Nerevarine grumping that most Outlanders have at this point when you ask them for rumors and they don't have anything specific. Quebron's longbow. If I bought hammers, could he fix it? No, it doesn't look like it. Resistances. Frost resistance. What mod are you from? He's a slave hunter. That tells me nothing. Why are you giving me more powers, slave hunter?
School and work, school and work. That's all I got to do.
Now to Narmak, and then on to Hala-Awad.
Is there some
Tidings,
Greetings.
citizen.
Yes, Outlander. What do you want?
Today is your lucky day. So let's hear.
May I help you?
Yes?
Latte, combat is over.
Latte was just thinking I've seen enough blood for today.
Go ahead, Outlander. What do you need? Go ahead, Outlander. What do you need?
Alright. Now we are back in Hala-Awad. After, just a little bit of a detour. Just a little one. Okay. Now I thought this was the pool. Oh, yep, it is. There we go. Concealed cave. Do you wish to crawl through this space? Not really, but if we're going to figure out where the mad crabs came from... Mud crab. It's a portal. That's never good. Oblivion portal. Your journal has been updated. The portal crumbles as soon as you touch it. You find 2 mud crab shells fashioned into hats and give one to Latte. We stumbled upon a cave containing a portal of Daedric origin. The portal appears to have been the source of the mud crabs we have encountered. The purpose of the portal and its connection to the Prince of Madness, Sheogorath, remains unclear. It is important to remember that when dealing with Daedra, particularly Sheogorath, one should not expect rational or coherent explanations. Now I have a goofy hat. I don't think I'll be wearing this one. Yeah, no. Paxon, you can have this one. Yes, we will sell it. I like my hood. Thank you. Latte, however. Latte looks very nice with his hat. Latte finds solace in living peacefully under the guidance of Master and Secunda. Rishijit, like Latte, have a natural affinity for mysticism and alteration, but Latte strives to also master the art of illusion and restoration. Though in dire circumstances Latte can cast Absorb Health, Latte prefers to avoid doing so and will instead cast Shield. Through Latte's study of alteration, Latte has learned to travel in the air or on water. Latte will keep up with Dacia Blackeye easily. Latte, isn't that an odd name for a Khajiit? Latte's full name is Latte Mar, but the people of Vardenfell find it hard to pronounce. This one chose to be Latte. Latte has come to realize that the most effective way to win a battle is to avoid it altogether. To that end, Latte wishes to delve deeper into the study of detection spells, so that we may avoid enemies and discover valuable magical items. However, if we do find ourselves in a combat situation, Latte must also be prepared. Thus, Latte has decided to focus on mastering the Sanctuary spell to improve our chances of survival. We can stop by a mage's guild when we have the chance. You don't understand, Dacia Blackeye. Latte has had a vision. The voice spoke to Latte so, where the flowers bloom and the waters run clear, on an island a Daedric shrine you'll hear. A path of madness and dangers untold leads to Master in Sheograth's hold. Latte must find this place and find Master. Honorant Guillotine in the Eldrun Guild of Mages can teach Latte these spells, but Latte will need a sum of 100 septims to cover the cost. Latte humbly requests his share of the profits to pay for this training. Fair. Latte is eager to journey to Eldrun, where Latte can study detection and sanctuary spells under the tutelage of Orant Giotene at the Guild of Mages. These new skills will aid us in avoiding battles and discovering magical items. Let us make haste and depart for Eldrun at our earliest convenience. Latte had a vision. He must find Master. How can he go to the moon? On an island. Daedric Shrine. Flowers bloom and waters run clear. So probably in the Sheogorath? A shrine to Sheogorath in the Ascadian Isles? Aldsothar and Balfell are one of those shrines to Sheogorath? I don't remember ever. The only reason I know which one is a Sheogorath shrine is because he's a goofy looking dude with a cane. And I broke another one. Just means we're doing a good job of maintaining our skills. No, that is not what I needed. I don't need a wooden ring. That's annoying. We'll have to pick up more flint when we get outside. There we go. Do you wish to crawl through this space? Yes. Let's get out of here. Alright, we need to go to Eldrun. We need to pick up some flint. We need to find a shrine to Sheogorath in what sounds like the Ascadian Isles, so Latte can have them find the moon. Rescue the moon? Have the moon? Something. Go to the moon? I guess we go this way. I believe this might be the bandit that Larius Vero told us about. The one canonical bandit.
On your way.
Greetings. You should take care while in these parts. There are murderous outlaws about. No telling what might happen to an unwary traveler. Oh yes, these are dangerous times. They'll rob you blind and cut your throat without giving it a second thought. It's a bad idea to carry anything of value on your person. In fact, it's probably best if you give me that gold of yours. 100 septims, perhaps? I think you'll find the way less dangerous if you do.
It'll
Yeah,
be your
not
blood
happening.
here, not mine.
Yeah. He's a fight. And that would be an axe. I hate the heavy weapons that knock you down. Come on. That wasn't much of a fight. ABCs for barbarians. At least he was trying to educate himself. At least a little.
Yes.
Barter. Well, chisel. That's something. I've got more than that to sell. I just need to get it out of the pouch. Let's make another satchel so that I can put my prepared alchemy ingredients in one and then the unprepared stuff in the other. I need more plant fiber in order to do that, which means I need a knife, which means I need a piece of flint. Here, flint, 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 flint. Signpost anywhere? Which way are we supposed to be going? It all looks like swamp to me. Imagine if there's a way to cut through to Balmora. It's over here. Okay. What is that? I don't recognize that posture.
You in
It's coming at me though. Oh my goodness. It's a mushroom man? Swamp myconid. Swamp slime. Ew. There's another one over here too. Latte, do you need to be this close? Seriously. Why are they here, specifically? That looks like a Durzog. Placid pools. Well, we need to sleep and heal first.
No time for idle hands.
It's a Dursog. Okay.
Our sugar is yours, friend.
Hmm. There was something called Placid Pools that we passed down here, which is probably what those swamp myconids were guarding. Yeah.
Surrender or forfeit my mercy.
I wonder if you have to fly. Do we have a potion that does that? Oh, there's a hatch. And it's locked. And there's no way we're getting in there. So, guess we will have to come back once we have a better security skill. The bargain potion is lasting a lot longer than I'm used to them. It's like usually right as you get to where you need to go, they drop you. So much excitement for Quama Forager.
No time for idle hands.
And one of those things.
Onwards.
And we're through the fog for now. West Gash. Balmora's right on the other side of that cliff wall, I think.
They never learn.
Where do they come from? No, really, where do cliff racers come from? Like, do they hatch from eggs? Do they spawn from mushrooms? Give me all the deets on cliff racer lore. Okay. That's a large bunch of Kagooti.
You Inma. You Inma.
And that also looks like a piece of flint. because Kagudi might be very sad shortly. Okay, Latte's helping. Is Caswin helping? No. I don't see any alteration spells flying, just the one stupid clan fear. Flint knife. There we go. The correct tool for the job. Caswin, control your summon, please. I must have accidentally hit the clan fear a couple of times, and it's like, oh no, this is the enemy. I don't know. Morrowind AI is not very intelligent, shall we say?
Surrender or forfeit my mercy.
Apparently we are close enough to Balmora to actually be in that cell. Okay, can you train me, actually? Ask something. Never mind. We've been through all of those options
Speak
before.
freely.
Questions. Nope, she's talked about all of her background that she's going to talk about. Where was that piece of flint? Yes. I have the power! Or I have the flint. And the main thing we wanted the flint for was to get chop down more vegetation so we can make a satchel, so we could put our prepared alchemical ingredients in it. But for that, we needed a bunch of fabric. I don't think this will be enough, but okay. We shall put our ruby dust, pearl dust, ebony powder, rat meat minced, minced crab meat, While I'm thinking about it, is there anything that I can prepare right now out of what I have in my backpack? Mm. We were gonna practice trying to soul trap stuff, so that we could enchant our backpack to have feather on it so it'll be lighter. But that has not happened. Durzug meat was destroyed. Our alchemy skill is not great. Yay! What is our alchemy skill? Is a grand total of 22. So it's better than like our illusion skill or our mercantile, but it's still pretty bad. I think we've successfully brewed one potion. So. Oh wait, what was it? Restore fatigue. I don't know, I kind of like her outfit with the craziness. Now does minced crab meat restores fatigue? Huh. Okay. You don't actually need to make a potion, you just need to process the ingredients a little. I need to find a way over the cliff. And I should put everything else back over here. Yoo-hoo! Where are you? There has to be a road through here somewhere, right? Maybe, maybe not. I'm trying to remember if you use the scout services to travel, if they deposit you inside the cell or outside the door of, say, a cave. Ah, nope, we can't go that way. Too steep. Next one. I don't remember there being so much hacklow or thickalow along this route, but what do I know? We're taking Latte to Eldron, as one does. So he can study alteration. And then here's some guar. Okay, so that Rodoran guar herder's house should be here somewhere. Yeah, let's mark this on the map. Guar herd. Everyone gets way too excited over a rat or an egg sound. Yep. Okay, there's a road up there. I can see the rope bridge for it. Keep people from falling off of it into the swamp.
You inward.
What do you want?
Oh, it looks like that was a pet. Sorry. I didn't realize it was a pet. I just saw a cliff racer. Bargain potion of shadow. Dispose of corpse. Paxon. Take corpse's stuff. Dwarven longsword. It's nicer than mine. Though just about anything is nicer than mine. Okay, my apologies. Did not realize you were a pet. Just saw the scum of the earth. Decided to react. Foolish, foolish, foolish. Okay. There's a camp, but where are the bandits? Take 50 gold off of them, that's no problem. Interesting. Ticellus macro, necromancer.
Greetings.
I guess that explains why you're standing outside a tomb. See if the Dwemer sword affects the undead, particularly ghosts. Or if we need to have, just keep using icicle and sell this to, I don't know, Varir.
Yes?
Oh, this is a cave, not a cavern. That was not nice. Oh, there's two of you. Okay. That's great.
You inward.
This is too easy.
Latte died. Latte miscast and died. Maybe we should try stealth with this one. Even though we're like... You know, when you see the giant bear trying to hide behind the tiny tree, we're that level of stealth, I'm sure. I'm assuming that's some kind of bat creature. I'm a little concerned about where its face is, though. I guess at the top, those could be like 4 eyes, maybe? Oxon, bedroll? Yeah, I'm just gonna throw it on the ground and take a nap. Yes. Can't rest, enemies are near. I don't see any enemies. Be nice if we could do something about her. Well, at least there's only one of them. Oh, what was that? Nordic ring mail, okay. Latte, don't miscast, please. Throcknulf the Craven. That does not sound like a hearty recommendation there. I think it's 8 gold though. See if we can do the thing where we like smash ourselves against the door. Yep. I cheat! You're hungry, Vest learn to cast Dispel. Nice, Vest, nice. Cliff Racer meat. I am now well fed. Latte and Giab need to heal.
Unexpected.
And Paxson needs to stay up here. No, I wanted to heal Latte, who now has this crab hat with the dangly crystals. And all is right with the world. Paxson, stay. Okay. Why do people keep trying to set me on fire? It's not cool. That was not an intentional pun, but I'll take it. Not sure what that real guar stuff is. Rose quartz. And Latte died again. Alright. I'm done with this. You guys have a good evening, and I will see you next time.